We've all seen it. The news reports of empty grocery store shelves after a hurricane, an earthquake, or even civil unrest. It can get downright desperate out there, and believe me, I've been in some tight spots in my life. But surviving, thriving even in those situations often comes down to preparation. That's why today we're talking about the essential items you need to stockpile before disaster strikes. We're not talking about just a few days' worth of supplies here, but enough to get you and your loved ones through weeks or even months of uncertainty. So let's ditch the comfort of civilization for a moment and dive headfirst into the wilderness of preparedness. This is about taking control, being resourceful, and ensuring you're ready for anything. Remember, folks, in a survival situation, water is more valuable than gold. It's the first thing you'll crave, and dehydration can set in faster than you think. Forget those flimsy little water bottles. We're talking serious H2O reserves here. Invest in a few large 55-gallon water drums. These bad boys will keep you hydrated for weeks. And don't forget about electrolytes. They're crucial for staying hydrated, especially in stressful situations. Pack some electrolyte powder or tablets to add to your water. Now, finding clean water sources should be a top priority in any emergency. Think like a Scout rainwater collection, natural springs, even extracting moisture from plants. These skills can be lifesavers. Remember, water is life, and having a clean, reliable supply is non-negotiable. So, prioritize it, stock up, and learn those essential water-finding skills. Let's face it, a pantry full of fluffy bread is probably the first to go in a crisis. But we're not going to be caught out, are we? We're going to become masters of flour power. Forget relying on store-bought loaves. Get yourself some good quality flour and lots of it. And even better, get your hands on some wheat berries. A hand grinder might seem a bit old school, but trust me, knowing how to grind your own flour is a game changer. Imagine the power goes out, the shops are closed, but you're baking fresh bread in your own home. Talk about self-sufficiency. Plus, the smell of baking bread is a real morale booster when things are tough. Remember, flour is more than just bread. It's flatbreads, tortillas, dumplings, endless possibilities to keep your energy up and your spirits high. Listen up, protein is essential for energy, muscle repair, and overall survival. And when it comes to long-term storage, canned meat is king. Don't let the simplicity fool you. Canned meat is a survivalist's best friend. It's packed with protein and essential fats, and it lasts for ages. Plus, it's relatively inexpensive, so stock up on tuna, salmon, chicken, whatever you prefer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Bear, canned food gets boring. But with a little creativity, you can turn those cans into tasty, morale-boosting meals. Add some spices, herbs, or mix them with rice or pasta for a more substantial meal. And don't forget about other protein sources. Beans, lentils, and nuts are all excellent options for long-term storage. Remember, variety is key to staying nourished and energized in a crisis. Chapter 4. Canned Goods, your culinary survival kit. Canned goods are the building blocks of your culinary survival kit. Each can is a burst of flavor and nutrition. Stock up on fruits, vegetables, soups, and pre-made meals. A varied diet is crucial for morale and energy. A can of peaches can brighten a day. And don't forget about coconut milk. Use it in curries, soups, and desserts. Chapter 5. The Humble Heroes, Rice and Pasta. Rice and pasta are the unsung heroes of the pantry. They're affordable, store well, and provide great energy. A warm bowl of rice or pasta can feel like a luxury. Go for the big bags. Choose brown rice for added nutrition. These staples can last for years if stored properly. Think of all the possibilities. Pasta with canned tomato sauce, rice with beans and spices, or even a simple rice pudding. These are versatile ingredients for countless meals. In a crisis, simplicity is key. With rice and pasta, you've got the foundation for quick, easy, and nourishing meals. Chapter 6. Milking It Dairy Alternatives for the Long Haul. Fresh milk is a luxury we often take for granted. But in a survival scenario, it's one of the first things to disappear. That's where powdered milk comes in. Don't turn your nose up at powdered milk. It might not be as glamorous as the fresh stuff, but it's a lifesaver when you need a calcium and vitamin D boost. Plus, it lasts for ages and takes up less space than those bulky cartons. And don't forget about other dairy alternatives. Canned evaporated milk is great for cooking and baking, and shelf-stable UHT milk can be stored unopened at room temperature. Remember, a little bit of dairy, or its alternative, can make a world of difference in your meals and provide essential nutrients when fresh options are scarce. Chapter 7. Peanut Butter Power, the Ultimate Survival Spread. Peanut butter is like the Swiss Army knife of the food world, packed with protein, healthy fats, and it lasts for ages. A jar of peanut butter can be a real lifesaver. Opt for natural peanut butter with minimal ingredients. Great on its own or in countless dishes, a valuable source of calories and nutrients. Chapter 8. Liquid gold cooking oils and fats for flavor and fuel. We're not just talking about surviving, we're talking about thriving, and that means having good fats in your diet. Forget those unhealthy processed oils, we're talking about the good stuff. Avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil. They're not just for cooking, they're packed with healthy fats that are essential for energy and nutrient absorption. A little oil can transform a bland meal into something delicious. Use it to sauté vegetables, fry up some protein, or even make a simple salad dressing. Remember, good fats are your friends in a survival situation. They provide sustained energy, support brain function, and help keep you feeling full and satisfied. Chapter 9. The Flavor Factor, Salt, Sugar, and Spices. Let's face it, bland food gets old fast, and in a crisis, maintaining morale is crucial. That's where salt, sugar, and spices come in. Salt isn't just for flavor, it's essential for preserving food, which is a vital skill in any survival situation. Stock up on plenty of salt. You'll be surprised how much you'll use it. Sugar is a valuable energy source and can be used for baking and sweetening. And don't underestimate the power of spices. They can transform a bland meal into something delicious and comforting. Remember, a dash of flavor can make all the difference in a survival situation. So don't forget the salt, sugar, and spices. They're just as important as any other item on this list. Chapter 10. Let's be honest, in a crisis, the last thing you want is a group of grumpy, caffeine-deprived individuals. A warm cup of coffee or tea can work wonders for morale. Coffee and tea aren't just about the caffeine kick, though that's definitely a bonus. They offer a sense of normalcy, a moment of comfort in the midst of chaos. The ritual of brewing and sipping can be incredibly soothing. Stock up on your favorite blends, whether it's ground coffee, tea bags, or even instant coffee for convenience. And don't forget a way to heat water. A simple camping stove or even a fire will do the trick. Remember, a warm drink can provide a much-needed boost to your mood and energy levels. So make sure you're well stocked with coffee and tea. Chapter 11. Thinking of the little one's baby supplies. Even if you don't have children, chances are you know someone who does. In an emergency, baby supplies are essential and often in high demand. Formula and diapers are at the top of the list. If you can, consider stocking up on cloth diapers and a few extra boxes of formula to help out families in need. Baby wipes are another essential item. They're not just for diaper changes, they can be used for general hygiene and cleaning. Remember, in a crisis, it's important to think about the most vulnerable among us. Having extra baby supplies on hand could make a world of difference for a family in need. Chapter 12. Pause for thought. Don't forget your furry friends. In a crisis, our pets are family, and we need to make sure they're taken care of. Just like us, they need food, water, and comfort. Stock up on plenty of pet food, both dry and canned. Consider the shelf life and choose options that will last. And don't forget about water. Pets need access to fresh water just like we do. If you have space, consider storing some extra pet supplies like leashes, collars, and any medications your pets require. Remember, our pets depend on us, especially in times of crisis. Make sure they're included in your preparedness plans. Chapter 13. Health is Wealth Medications and First Aid. When disaster strikes, access to healthcare can be limited. That's why having a well-stocked first aid kit and a supply of essential medications is crucial. Start by gathering basic first aid supplies, bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers, gauze, and anything else you might need for minor injuries. If you or someone in your family relies on prescription medications, talk to your doctor about getting an extra supply in case of an emergency. Don't forget about over-the-counter medications for common ailments like headaches, allergies, and stomach issues. Remember, your health is your most valuable asset. Be prepared to address minor medical issues and manage existing conditions in a crisis. Look, I've faced my fair share of challenges in the wild, from scaling treacherous cliffs to braving scorching deserts. But I can tell you this, being prepared makes all the difference. When you've got your essential supplies sorted, when you know you can provide for yourself and your loved ones, it brings a sense of calm, a sense of control, even in the face of uncertainty. So take those steps today. Start building your emergency stockpile, because when disaster strikes, you'll be glad you did. Stay strong, stay prepared, and we'll see you next time.